6 tips towards maintaining good heart health. Good heart health. It is February, and that's Heart Health Awareness Month. So, as a fitness trainer, health coach, and that type of thing, I love to encourage people to learn more about getting healthy, and that includes taking care of your heart. Your heart is a muscle, it is a pump, and we want to keep it strong. We can make it stronger, and there's a lot of things that we can do to make sure that it's healthy. So we're going to go through these 6 tips. I'm live on Haps. I'm trying to figure out my lighting. I'm going to get a new ring light that I think will work a lot better so that the lighting will be more consistent. But I appreciate you being here. And if you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. Or if you are on the live video, you can, of course, comment live. You can also leave comments on the replay, which is really cool. And if you're new to Haps, this is a multi-streaming platform. So I encourage you to download the app. Guys, download the app. Hold on, I'm really moving this light around now. I should have kind of kept it in one place, but let's see. There we go. So if you're over on Periscope still, you got to get to Haps. Okay, if you're over on Periscope, you've got to go ahead and get to Haps right away because Periscope is transitioning. And so come on over to Haps because that way you can stream to a lot of other platforms. And the great thing about Haps is the replays too, and being able to interact and comment and that type of thing. So I appreciate it. Going crazy with this light, so I'm just gonna have to leave it. I'll stand back here. Maybe it won't be quite as bright, but remember, guys, that your heart is a muscle and it's a pump, and so we want to, just like we train our muscles, in our arms, our bodies, and that type of thing. We want to make sure that our heart is strong and it is an efficient pump, so that it's doing its job and it doesn't have to work so hard to do its job. When it has to work hard to do its job, then it can put a lot of extra stress on your body. All right, so we're going to talk about 6 ways to make sure that you are taking care of your heart and making sure that you are doing all of these things, or just even being aware of these things can help you to prevent coronary heart disease, heart attacks, other types of cardiovascular disease, osteosclerosis, those type of things. So that's what you want to think about when we're talking about heart health and making sure that you are maintaining good heart health. So, a lot of you out there might have some type of coronary artery disease, and that could even be simply just being on blood pressure medication. Guys, I mean, a lot of people, we all know somebody who's on blood pressure medication, whether it's yourself or somebody else, multiple people, cholesterol medication, those type of things. Maintaining good heart health, you can actually work towards getting off of those medications. But if you're on those medications, then we want to make sure that you are obviously taking them correctly and taking them regularly, because they are working to maintain your overall heart health. So let's get into the 6 tips. And just know, if any of these, if you don't feel like that you're doing good in these categories, or if you are on blood pressure medication, no problem. We just want to make sure that you are doing everything you can to support that, so that maybe there's a chance that you could get off of the medication, or at least maintain that normal, healthy blood pressure while you are on the medication. So that takes me to the first one, guys. The first tip for preventing heart disease is maintaining a normal blood pressure. Now, what is normal blood pressure? 120/80 is your standard normal blood pressure, but some places are now saying around 130/190 or 185 can still be considered normal. But definitely if the diastolic is 90 or more, then that's definitely considered high blood pressure or hypertension. So let me know, guys, if you're watching right now on HAPS, give me a thumbs up if you are aware of what your blood pressure is. Who out there even knows what your blood pressure is? A lot of people are not getting these numbers checked. And so that's one part of making sure that we are taking charge of our health. And, you know, this is Wellness Wednesday. I wanted to, and it's the last Wednesday of February. I wanted to come on last week and talk about heart health, but the electricity was out and it was freezing outside and inside. So I couldn't do that, but wanted to make sure I got this in. So high blood pressure. Hey, Brian, so good to see you. Thanks for giving me the thumbs up. Guys, so you want to make sure that you are checking your blood pressure and monitoring it, because blood pressure is a major risk factor for heart disease or coronary artery disease. So that's when there's too much pressure on the arteries as the blood is ejected or as the blood is filling. So blood is ejected from the heart and it refills back into the heart. So if there's too much pressure in the arteries as that blood is trying to get through, then you're going to have elevated blood pressure, and that is not good for the arteries. It's not good for the heart, and it's not good for your body overall. So that's why people are given medications, of course, to stabilize that. And there's different grades of blood pressure too. You may be in the I can't think of what they're called. Stages. They're stages. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So you know, right now there's a lot more people have high blood pressure these days, guys. Hey, Patty. Also good to see you. I hope that you will come over to HAPS. Okay. Make sure you guys download, and you can click in the link right there on the broadcast, or if you're on Periscope, you can click the link in the bio, and that will take you right to the availability to download the app. So definitely do that at some point. I want to follow you guys back. So, but that blood pressure, that extra pressure on the artery walls is really bad. I mean, obviously, that's why people are given medication to stabilize that. And like I said, lots and lots of people have high blood pressure these days, guys. And so that's why, you know, now there's different stages, and then they've also increased the baseline for what is really acceptable. But if your diastolic number is over 85, definitely over 90, that's the bottom number, then you definitely want to make sure that you know, continue to get checked out, and monitoring it at home is really important. If you can monitor your blood pressure at home, that is key. And for a lot of people, it's just monitoring these things that I'm talking about in the first place. A lot of people are not monitoring them. And so that's where it really becomes an issue, because what we don't know, we can't change. So if we don't know that we have high blood pressure, then we're not going to be changing it until we feel so bad that we're at the hospital or at the doctor, and then they're like, oh, you know, your blood pressure's through the roof. Your blood pressure's 200 over 130. So maybe, I mean, I'm just saying, I've heard them some really, really, really high numbers. And sometimes it's because people are not going for those annual checks. And right now we're going on almost a year being in the quarantine type of state of mind. So a lot of people have missed annual visits. So just ask yourself and know that blood pressure responds really, really well to exercise, guys. Blood pressure really can decrease through consistent exercise. Okay. Yeah, Patty, having a home monitoring blood pressure machine is a great investment, definitely. And then Luke, hey Luke, great to see you. Just got home from your cardiac wellness workout. Great. Okay, good. And this is Heart Health Awareness Month, so I'm glad that you're here. And thanks for subscribing. So guys, subscribe, share if you feel like this information will help somebody, because that is my mission and passion, to help as many people as possible. So let's keep rolling. I've only got 15 minutes or so. So Number 2, guys, a tip for Lorenzo. My hair is way too long. It's in the braids today, but thank you. So number 2, guys, towards preventing heart disease, this is Heart Health Awareness Month, February, is maintaining a normal blood lipid profile. So again, if you're not going to the doctor and getting some lab work done, then how do you know what your cholesterol is, what your triglycerides are, and with your cholesterol, breaking down that HDL and that LDL. And I'm not going to get into all of that, but anytime we have high cholesterol or high triglycerides, that could be the chance to build up that fatty plaque in the arteries that could lead to blockages, that could lead to, a stroke, a heart attack, those kind of things. Even a minor heart attack, or it could be a major heart attack, depending on where it attacks in the heart and the ventricles. So again, making sure that these are in normal range. So blood pressure is the first one. Second one is normal blood lipid profile. Okay. And Luke, if you have anything you want to say about your cardiac rehab, are you doing cardiac rehab, or are you just doing cardio at the gym? Okay, Superstar Labs last time. Good. Yeah. And that's, again, guys, we got to check it out. So, again, a year in quarantine pretty much. And so a lot of people are missing those doctor's appointments and that blood work. So that's where you're going to find out. If we are not getting it checked, then we're not going to be able to know where we are. But what happens is this plaque causes that narrowing of the arteries. So imagine a little stir straw, like that you would stir coffee with, or sip like a drink out of or something, small little straw, versus a big straw that maybe you would be drinking a big smoothie out of, or something real thick. Which do you want your artery passageway to be like? We don't want it to be the little narrow stir straw, because that means that not as much blood and oxygen are getting to the body, back to the heart, and so forth. So you just got to think of it as all interconnected, and like highways throughout the body that are supplying the body with what it needs, blood and oxygen, that are carried by ways of those arteries. So the buildup of plaque will definitely decrease that. And so again, that is an issue. So heart went boom last summer. Okay, fabulous. Now, so you've obviously been through some type of cardiac event, and that can happen, guys. So again, take note of these 6 things we're talking about. Figure out which ones you can kind of need to look into. Do you need to get your cholesterol checked just to see? And be aware, because also when you have that high cholesterol or that building of a plaque and that osteosclerosis, that can lead to inflammation. And we're all learning more and more about inflammation now. And it's actually that inflammation in the arteries, that scarring, that can tend to lead towards heart disease as well. So again, inflammation is a big thing. So number 3, guys, is maintaining a normal weight. Number 3, in preventing heart disease and preventing having good heart health, preventing heart attack, whatever you want to say, is having your body weight at a normal weight for you. All right, because for every extra pound that you weigh, the body has to work harder to pump blood and oxygen through the body. Hey, Harry, thanks for being here from LA. Guys, I'm Beth. I'm in the North Dallas area, and I love to live stream to different platforms. So I work on fitness related topics, fitness exercises, wellness tips, weight loss, nutrition coaching, and of course, live stream workouts. So please feel free to follow, and let's get connected. I want to go back and connect with all you guys too. If you're watching on a different platform and I don't see your comments now, I'll see them later. So maintaining that normal weight, guys, just think about what an extra 20, 30, 40, 50, even an extra 10 pounds on your body does to your heart. So for every 20 pounds that you are carrying, every extra 20 pounds, your heart is having to pump that much harder. It's having to work harder to move, walk up a flight of steps. You're carrying more weight. You're having to make the heart work harder. Your body circumference is bigger, so there's more arteries, there's more circumference to get the blood flow to. So making sure that you are losing weight if you have gained weight over this year, or if you were already trying to lose weight or already felt like you needed to lose weight before the pandemic started, you definitely want to work on getting back to that normal weight, okay? And please reach out if you need help, because and people don't realize, it's like, you drop 20 pounds and you have high blood pressure, all of a sudden your blood pressure is normal and you're able to start getting off medication. And then comes your blood lipid profile changes. So you drop that 20 pounds, you're off your blood pressure medication, your cholesterol is coming down, your doctor's giving you a high five, and it's just awesome. So know that if you start working on some of these numbers, that the other numbers can change and improve too. So that's really cool. Hey, Brenda, good to see you from Evansville. Thanks so much for being here, guys. So 6 tips to preventing heart disease. Number 1, maintain normal blood pressure. 2, maintain normal blood lipid profiles. Number 3, maintain a normal weight. If you are not at normal ranges with any of these, don't worry. You can start to work to get there, but you got to find out where you are right now, and then we go from there to adjust. Number 4 is decrease added sugars. Guys, we are eating too many sugars. I had some stuff yesterday, and then I looked at the label, and I was like, it had the added sugars. It was some type of granola bar that sounds healthy, but it still had sugars, added sugars, but I ate it anyway. So, maybe that wasn't so bad, but if I'm sitting around drinking, 2 sodas every day, and then eating a dessert, and then having even a couple other things that seem kind of innocent, here and there, candies or a cookie, one cookie, it all adds up, and we end up getting too much sugar. So the average person's eating way too much sugar, and that is now, as we know, a contributor to heart disease. Eating too much sugar. Sugar causes inflammation in the body, and then again, we go on to the heart disease thing, and then tooth decay, cavities, and then also bad dental hygiene, or not taking care of your teeth. Maybe you have some cavities, you're not taking care of it, or you need to have a root canal or whatever. That can lead to heart disease because things get into the bloodstream. Yes, I still do all of that same nutritional products and the cleansing. Yes, and the cleansing is good too. Definitely. And that actually brings me to the next one, Brian, because I do only have about 8 minutes and I'm going to have to log off. But added sugars, guys, just remember that they're doing more and more research on not only sugar from like obesity, causing obesity and heart diabetes, but also sugar leading to heart disease due to the inflammation. So you can look that up yourself. And then number 5, guys, is increase your fiber intake. So Brian's talking about cleansing. We want to make sure that we are flushing out, all right? And that means keeping the arteries clean as well. That fiber can help to get rid of the plaque buildup and can help to lower cholesterol. You're cleansing out your digestive tract. You're keeping everything, you got to think of your body like a machine, like you would think of your car. You've got your heart and the pump with the working with the lungs, okay, the respiratory. You've got your digestive system working. So you've got all these different systems working in the body, and we want them to be functioning optimally so that we feel good and that we are as healthy as we can be. And we're also working to proactively to prevent different complications in the body, whether it's, prevent high cholesterol by making sure we're getting both of the types of fibers, both insoluble and soluble. Hey, Sid, good to see you. More beans, yes. Less pies and cigarettes, right. Cigarette smoking, all of that leads to the plaque buildup and all kinds of other complications. Pies with too much sugars. Beans give us a lot more of the fibers that we need. So beans are very healthy as well. So, and then number 6, guys, a quick recap. Number 1, maintain normal blood pressure. 2, cholesterol. Let me know which of these you need to look at or work on. Number 3 was maintain a normal weight. Number 4, reducing added sugars. That doesn't mean you can't have an apple or fruit that tastes kind of sweet, but it means look at the label, look at how much additional sugars you're getting in foods, especially packaged foods. Number 5, increase your fiber intake. And then number 6, guys, is, of course, make sure that you're exercising. Make sure you're exercising. Just like Luke said, he did some cardio workout just now where you're getting your heart rate up. If you're going for a walk and you're, not really getting the heart rate up, try stepping it up a notch. Try walking up some hills. Try climbing up and down your steps. Come work out with me. Let's do some cardio. Do something where your heart rate is elevated and your respiratory rate is noticeably increased. That's what you really want to do. Hey, Sid, thank you. And guys, thank you so much for the donations. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate all the replay viewers too. I hope this information is helpful. Hey, Rick, great to see you from Danbury. Thanks so much. You guys follow each other. We've got some broadcasters in here. And thanks so much for the love. Walking in heels. No, I'm standing. I'm trying to keep my face in where it says the face needs to be on the on halves, and I'm still trying to get the lighting right and everything. I think I'm going to get a tripod for my iPad. That's what I'm going to do. An iPad tripod holder with the ring light, and so that the lighting won't be driving me crazy. Every time I turn it on, I feel like it's different. So you're watching this while eating pizza. Okay. I had oatmeal for breakfast, and that is heart healthy. Oatmeal, and I added some flax seeds to that and some raspberries. So berries are a great way to get a lot of fiber and get something kind of natural sugars into your nutrition. Okay. Oh, heels. Okay. You meant heels because I'm coming up on my toes. Yeah, when you're walking up a hill versus flat, you're definitely going to notice the heart rate come up. So you could walk on a treadmill and get on that incline, would be another example, right? So I hope this was helpful, guys. Remember, your heart is a muscle and you need for it to be strong. We get it stronger by working it and challenging it. Your heart becomes weaker if you are living a sedentary lifestyle. It's just like your muscle in your arms or legs. If you never get up and walk, then your legs are going to get weaker. If you don't get up and challenge the heart, then your heart is going to become weaker. So a lot of people are okay with their, arms being weaker or their shoulders are weaker or their legs because they haven't been moving as much. But we don't think as much about our heart is getting weaker too, because we can't see it like we can see these muscles or feel the muscles, but you are going to feel it in your heart with difficulty with everyday activities of living, with what was once easy to walk up a flight of steps now is harder because you're having to struggle to get more oxygen and blood to the heart. So that's a real issue with a lot of people. So I encourage you to take your heart health seriously. And again, the sedentary lifestyle weakens the heart muscle, guys. But you can get it back, but we just got to, but you want to make sure that while it's weak, you don't have some kind of coronary event. 10K step a day challenge. Yes. Awesome, Rick. Get out there and walk, but make sure your walks are kind of challenging. I know a lot of people that walk, but it's kind of just like a stroll. It needs to be a little more challenging. Maybe you're pumping your arms. Maybe you're talking on the phone with somebody so that you're having to breathe heavier, and you're talking and walking. That can challenge you. Maybe you're doing a walk jog. Maybe it would be going up some hills, an incline, or something of that nature. A good hike that has some hills. All right, so I have to run, guys. I appreciate you coming in. And remember, just know that you can change these numbers. These numbers can change. It's not an end all, but you've got to get up and move and do something to make them change, either through watching your nutritional habits a little closer, or by getting out there and moving more. Or maybe the step you need to take today, guys, is just to find out what your numbers are. Maybe you don't know what your blood pressure is. Maybe you don't know what your cholesterol numbers are. You know, maybe it is that you need to go to get an evaluation just to get a baseline for where you need to start, and then we can take it from there. You're welcome. Thank you. If you're not breaking a sweat, you're not doing much to burn calories, right? So make yourself work hard enough to where you're, kind of breaking a sweat, noticing that increase the heart rate. You walk your neighbor's untrained husky. Okay, great. Right. Sometimes people walk a dog and they're like having to keep up with the dog. So that can be a workout. It just depends on the situation. But you want to make sure that you lower your risk factors for heart disease by making sure that as many things fall in place with good heart health as possible. And so hopefully this was helpful. Again, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave comments. Please feel free to reach out to me. You can find me on Facebook, Beth Weaver Fitness Instagram. Beth Weaver Fitness is a great place to just do a quick message if you want to just message me or connect. And I look forward to seeing you guys again real soon. So make it a finish to a healthy month. It's February 24th. This is Heart Health Awareness Month. And let's all go do something healthy for our heart today. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Rick. Thank you, guys. Please subscribe and subscribe to these other broadcasters that are over on HAPS. It's a really great platform. I recommend you download the app. It's free, guys, and you can get some coins. It's real fun. Thanks for the awards. Hey, Pitbull, good to see you. Thank you, Brenda. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you again real soon. Take care.